Hello friends, a warm welcome from Aussie's group. My name is Malcolm and I'm your PTE coach. It's after a long time that I've come back with a live session on Facebook, and I'm very happy to be here on our PTE Tutorials page as well. So as you friends know, PTE Tutorials is also a company owned by Aussie's group, and we have a lot of tests, and that's our website as well. It's called PTEtutorials.com, as you can see on the top. We've got a lot of things on the website as well. We've got a live free webinar coming up for our speaking session as well. And we have also got online coaching which we offer from Melbourne itself. Our tutors have got a score of 90 each and 90 overall. So in case you're looking for online coaching as well, there is no other better alternative than Aussie's PT coaching. Now coming back to PT, and as I said, I'm really happy to be back live after a long break. Well friends, in the last 6 months, I've seen many videos on many platforms. I'll not name them, but people keep on, spreading the rumors that PT is changing, PT has changed. Is PT going to change? That's a question which comes many times on many social media platforms as well. So as far as I know, friends, in the last 6 months, honestly, nothing has changed. Everything is the same. Their scoring is the same. So many of our students have been getting and keep on getting 90 after 90 back to back. So honestly, it's my honest opinion that nothing at all has changed in PT. Yes, sometimes the questions could be a bit tricky. Sometimes they are very easy also. So it's like a mixed bag. Generally, everything keeps on being the same. Now, the only thing which might change sometimes is that the number of questions could increase in few of the modules. For example, generally in speaking, you get around 35 to 42 questions. And the good thing which PT does, even in their score guide, they have not mentioned the exact number of questions. They just write approximately you'll get around 40 questions in speaking, but some people, I don't know, purposely they do that or they don't understand it. They say that suddenly, I got so many questions in speaking. Instead of 4 questions in describe image, for example, I got 10 questions in describe image. Now, PT never says that you'll get, just 4, just 3. Generally, they give a range like 6 to 7 questions in describe image. For example, 2 to 4 questions in retell lecture. 5 to 7 questions in read aloud. So if the number of questions goes up or a bit down, there's nothing much to worry about it. Sometimes the questions could be more, sometimes they could be less. But if PT gives, let's say less questions in one task, to compensate that, PT will give few more questions in some other task. You never know how the software exactly works, so nothing much to worry about. Like people also say that previously you did not used to get images in retell lecture, now you get images in retell lecture. So friends, all these are very old things. Right from the time PT has started, all these things keep on happening. Like even people say that in answer short questions in speaking, you don't get images, or you did not used to get images earlier. Now you get images in answer short questions. Now friends, in the last 2 years I've been seeing images are common in PT, in answer short question task also. Sometimes you can also get a video. So if somebody says that images are new, just tell them straight to their face that images are not new. Images have been coming since a long time, and even you can get small video clips. I'll give an example for answer short question. Sometimes you may get a video like a person is driving a car, the right indicator of the car is blinking, and the question could be which indicator is blinking. So obviously you'll have to answer the right indicator. So again, I'm saying, friends, don't believe rumors that PT has changed, the scoring has changed, suddenly this has happened, that happened. Nothing has happened. It's still the same. It's still easy to get a 90 each score as well. And honestly speaking, just in the month of September itself, 3 of my students have got 90 each score as well. A score of 90 each means 90, 90, 90, 90. So friends, it's not at all difficult. Whatever target score is, be it 7 each, which is 65 each, for your, maybe it's for your nursing registration or for your permanent residency, or it may also be like 8 each, which is a score of 79 each in all the 4 modules. It's still pretty much achievable easily. Now, a few other things also which I'd like to add. In the reading module, people have been telling that the reading module in the actual exam could start from question number 2 instead of question number 1. Now again, Pearson already explains it that since the instruction which comes before the reading module is counted as question number 1, the actual reading module might start from question number 2 instead of 1. So you might see total 15 questions on your screen. The first question could be question number 2 instead of question number 1. So you'll see 2 out of 15. So don't panic, no need to worry in the test itself. But just if you want to confirm again, after your test ends, you can confirm with the invigilator in the room as well, with the supervisor, and they'll also tell you the same thing which I'm saying, that nothing has changed in PT. It's just that the numbering has changed. It starts from question number 2 instead of 1 sometimes in the reading module. So don't be alarmed. One more thing is that generally in the listening module, you might get around 15 to 21 questions, but sometimes you might get more questions also. So instead of a total of 21 or 22 questions, it can sometimes go up to 24 or 25 also. So obviously the experience is going to be a bit lengthy, it's going to be a bit tiring, but still nothing has changed. It's the same 8 tasks in listening, which are summarize spoken text, multiple choice, multiple answers, highlight correct summary, fill in the blanks, multiple choice single answer, select missing word, highlight incorrect words and write from dictation. PT has not added any new task. They have not even subtracted any task which was already existing. So basically it's exactly the same. But yes, sometimes it becomes a bit lengthy as well. Also, sometimes people tell me that in the writing module, they got 3 summaries and 2 essays. So 3 summaries plus 2 essays means a total of 5 questions. Now that is also a bit unrealistic. Difficult to imagine that PT might ask you so many questions, because then the total duration for reading for 3 summaries is going to be 30 minutes, and for 2 essays is going to be 40 more minutes, 20 minutes per essay each. So 30 and 40 is again 70 minutes. And the guideline clearly states that in writing the time is between 40 to 60 minutes for the writing module. So you can get any of these possible 3 scenarios. The first one is in writing, you can get 2 summaries plus 1 essay. You could get 3 summaries plus 1 essay, so the total is 4. Or you could get 2 summaries plus 2 essays. And the most time consuming is the last scenario, 2 summaries plus 2 essays. But if you get 3 summaries and 2 essays, it's going to be like 70 minutes, which is a bit difficult to imagine that PT will do it in the actual test also. So yes, if somebody of you have experienced it, you can definitely share in the comment section. But so far I'm yet to come across anybody who has got like 3 summaries and 2 essays in the actual exam also. Also talking a bit about the speaking module, well, in PT, obviously the position of mic is very important, and if you don't place your mic correctly before you start the test, you might have to pay the price for it. So generally the best position for the mic is somewhere below the lips. Try not to keep it exactly in front of the lips, because in the air which you breathe, like while you speak, if this sound of the air which you breathe keeps on entering the mic, obviously the sound is going to be muffled and it will be unclear as well. So try to keep the mic a bit below your lips. Sometimes you can also keep it a bit parallel to the nose as well. And still I feel that the best position is somewhere below the lips, not parallel to the lips, because the only problem sometimes could be for female test takers, because sometimes female test takers are a bit soft spoken, and if the mic is really far from your lips, it could be a sort of an issue. Generally the mics are very noise ambient mics, and they are very sensitive to even the slightest of the disturbance, and they do have noise cancellation also embedded in itself. They are very advanced mics, but still the best position, as I'm saying, is somewhere below the lips, not somewhere above the lips, or not even exactly in front of the lips. That's the worst position you can have. Also, before you start your test, take your time and adjust the mic position. Don't rush in beginning the test. You'll have enough time to check the mic. When you wear your headset on your head, if you hear any sound, any disturbance like kurr or something in the background, don't hesitate. Straight away just get up and request the supervisor to ask you or to give you a new set of headphones, and because of that reason you could suffer later. So best is don't take anything lightly. If you have any problem, any technical issues, just raise your hand immediately. The supervisor will come to you and kindly let them know that there's some issue with the mic. I'm getting a lot of disturbance. I would like to get the mics replaced. Also, when you wear the mic, try not to, where you wear the headphone, try not to move the headphone a lot, because they have wires concealed underneath them. So if they move a lot, the wires sometimes might crackle, so it might cause a bit of a disturbance during the speaking module. So try not to tamper it too much. Best is just call the supervisor, intimate them, and they will do the needful as well. Now another thing is that those of you who will take PT for the first time, just to let you know that whenever you take PT for the first time, generally it's a bit disturbing, honestly. That's a very heavy word to use, actually, disturbing. But the issue is that in the test center, everyone around you, will be speaking at the same time as you are speaking as well. So you will be listening to the voices of the people sitting next to you. Somebody might be very loud. So if you feel that there's a lot of disturbance, you can just raise your hand. The supervisor will come to you. You can just direct them that just point it like this to the person who's speaking very loudly. The supervisor will go to him and ask him to lower his or her voice as well. Because sometimes it becomes very difficult to focus, especially if it is a task like a repeat sentence, where you have to listen to the sentence and then repeat the sentence. If the person sitting next to you is very loud, you know what could happen. It's really disturbing, as you would guess. It's my guess as well. So don't take such things lightly, just raise your hand as well. Another thing which is very common again I've seen is that when somebody next to us is very loud, it's a very human tendency, very natural thing to do. We also raise our voice. Just, as if it's sort of a competition, we also start to speak loudly. So don't raise your voice too much, because if you speak very loudly, remember again, the mics are very sensitive. If you're very loud, your pronunciation score in the scorecard could fall down. So try to maintain the same tempo, try to maintain the same volume, just be calm and clear. Raise your hand, somebody will come, will assist you, and ask the other person to lower their voice. So just let me see if there are any other questions as well. I'll just quickly have a look. And yes, if you have any questions, you can post them in the comment section as well. Well, there's a question from Shivam, and Shivam is asking, please give us some tips for reading drop-down blanks. I'm missing some marks in reading and writing by 2 points, lagging in reading and writing. Please give tips for that. Well, that's a good question, Shivam. Thanks for asking. Now, generally, friends, reading and writing blanks are one of the most important tasks for your entire PT, because your reading score and writing score both depend on drop-down blanks. Shivam, I think the best tip I can give, and it's a very honest tip, don't hurry up when you solve drop-down blanks. Biggest mistake, the biggest blunder which people make is people don't manage the time efficiently. If you hurry up in the wrong task, believe me, it can havoc your score, it can create havoc with your score. So try not to hurry up in the wrong task. And even if you don't know the meaning of the words, for example, the most common thing I listen from my students and from many test takers around the world is that, Malcolm, I did not know the meaning of the words. So I generally lack in vocabulary. That's what people say. Now, agreed, vocabulary can be a bit tricky sometimes, but remember, PT generally will give some hints in the passage. Maybe a few words before the blank, maybe a few words after the blank, and generally the same word which is in the drop-down list in reading and writing blanks will or could be there somewhere else in the passage as well. So best tip I could give is don't hurry, just scan the passage for the words and the options. Many times you will see a similar word, or maybe the same word as the exact same word as well to see. Also, one more hint I'd like to give, one more tip or technique I'd like to share is, most of the times people click on the blank and then see the options while they are solving. As soon as the blank comes on the screen, a person will click, the options will come, and then the person will see. Now, the only problem is that when you click on that blank, we don't see one option. Obviously, we'll see 4 to 5 options. So why do we click? The honest answer is that we click to get an idea, but the problem is that Pearson or PT will not give us one idea. They'll give us 4 ideas, because we'll see 4 or 5 options when we click. So the best thing is don't click. So if you don't click while you're solving, what do you do then? That's a question which is going to be obviously. So don't click, just try to think the answer before you click. Try to use your entire knowledge of English, your knowledge of vocabulary, your knowledge of grammar, your knowledge of collocations. What are collocations? Words which are co-located in pairs are called collocations in English. There are mainly 2 types of collocations, academic and grammar-based. So just strengthen your knowledge of collocations, mainly the grammar-based collocations, Shivam, because reading and writing blanks check your grammar definitely. That's why they are called reading and writing blanks, and that's the reason they impact the writing score as well. So as I'm saying, try to understand the meaning of the passage. Don't hurry. Generally, the time calculation is that you should take 2 minutes per question in every question in reading, approximately I'm saying. But if you're not able to solve it in 2 minutes, again I would say don't hurry, take more time. Feel free, because if you take more time in blanks, it's going to reward you later in your writing score as well. If you hurry up, you also know what happens under pressure as well as I know. So I hope it has helped you a bit at least in clearing your concepts. And yes, one more thing. Definitely the main thing in blanks is practice. Many times people say that the only way to improve reading is by reading. Now, agreed, I respect everyone's opinion that yes, reading is a very effective way to improve reading, but the only problem is that in today's day and life, nobody has the time honestly to read novels. Nobody has the time honestly to read the books and everything, so on and so forth. Especially if somebody is living in Australia, everybody knows that life is really busy, life is really hectic, and it's difficult to take out time from your schedule to actually study. And I salute all the people, especially students who also study at the same time and get A teach also. I also salute all the professionals who study and get the score at the same time. But unfortunately, there is no other option. You have to do that. You can't afford to take breaks as well. So what I'm trying to say is just practice as many blanks as you can. You can pick up any good material, and I think one of the best sources is obviously PTE-Tutorials.com. I'll show you another better way how you can improve your blanks. Just give me a second. So friends, for all of those of you who don't know, Aussies group also has its own app which is called PTE Tutorials. Now this app, as you can see, the name is PTE-Tutorials.com. This app is available on iOS. It's also available on Google Play Store. You just need to go there, click install, and that's it. In 10 seconds it will be installed on your phone. When you install it, it will ask you a few permissions. If you are comfortable with giving those permissions, click yes, otherwise don't click. But I think generally there should not be any problem. It's a very easy process to install it. Also, as a bonus, when you install it for the first time on your phone, you'll be asked to enter a code. And as you can see the code, it's written over here, use promo code, and the code is 2018 PTE10. Again, I'll repeat, 2018 PTE number 10. It's one word without a space. Enter it. As soon as you enter it, hopefully in the next few minutes, you'll be getting an access to 10 free tests. So it's written over here, download the app and get 10 mock tests free. So these mock tests are not on the app. These mock tests are available on the website, which is again PTE-Tutorials.com. So this is the website. You download the app, install it, and then enter the promo code. After that, when you log in over here for the first time using the same user ID as the app, you will see that under PTE Tests or under the Practice Test tab, you will see that 10 free tests are added in your account. You don't need to pay anything for that. But mind you, those are unscored tests. You don't get a scorecard with those tests, obviously. But obviously, it's excellent for practice. So the app has different questions. The website has different questions. And you would not believe me when I say it, the website has 50 tests for practice. 50 tests. There's no company in the world which gives 50 very high quality tests. And once you practice reading from PTE-Tutorials.com, if you get a full score in the reading module on PTE Tutorials, I guarantee you'll get 90 out of 90 in the reading in the actual exam as well. Because the level of reading in PTE Tutorials is pretty high compared to the actual test. If you want to practice questions very similar to the actual exam, then I'd recommend practice from the app itself. It's very handy on the go. You can practice it on your phone while you're traveling in the train or the tram or the bus, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you can practice it. Even while you're driving your car, you can just plug in your headphones, not exactly the headphones, you can connect it with your car's infotainment system or the music system, and you can just practice a task like repeat sentence or write from dictation straight away from the app. You don't need even a laptop. So I hope I helped you, Shivam, with your questions. Well, he's also written that grammar, I worked on tenses, collocations, prepositions, conjunctions, articles, but result is the same always. Do you think I should work on adjective adverbs? So yes, if something is left, then obviously yes, you should take some effort for that as well. I respect your honesty. You've written so much. Whatever you've done, you've written over here, also in the comment. But yes, the more you do, the better you get used to it. And it's always not just about the grammar, Shivam. Try to understand one thing. It's about the approach. Honestly, whenever you practice blanks, just make a note of your answers as well. After the test finishes, taking the test is not the main thing. Analyzing it is the main thing. What are the mistakes you're making? Which are the repeated mistakes you're making? Try to find out a pattern, try to analyze, just see the frequency of the same mistakes. I mean, are the same types of mistakes happening again and again? Are the verb conjuncts different? What exactly is going wrong in your answers? That is the main thing you should spend your time on. If you understand that, you get in your zone, you understand the pattern of the mistakes, I think that's it. But you just need to sit for some time or maybe consult somebody who can, pinpoint that these are the main mistakes you're making in blanks, these are the main mistakes you're making in reorder paragraphs, these are mistakes you could make it in some other task also. And if you're losing marks in reading and writing both, I would recommend you to have a look also on your writing summaries, which is called Summarize Written Text. It is the first task in the writing module, and that is again integrated. It impacts your score in writing and reading both. So just focus on Summarize Written Text as well. That could be one of the reasons why your reading and writing scores both are consistently less than 79. Alright, hope that helps. Alright, so Mayank has a question as well. He's asking, hi Malcolm, any tips for listening? Just a second, let me open the question please. And somebody is asking that they need to see the promo code again. So yes, I'll just give me a second please. So friends, those who need the promo code, this is the promo code. We'll post it in the comment section also. The promo code is 2018 PTE10. Type it without a space. Again, I'll repeat, 2018 PTE10. You enter it, you get free tests on PTE-Tutorials.com. Alright. Thank you, Shivam. Thanks for your question as well. Mayank, yes, so you got your answer as well, Mayank. He's asking what is the promo code. So Mayank, I hope you got the answer. Well, Mohammed is asking that, can you suggest us regarding repeat sentence and write from dictation? It's one of the most tough tasks I've encountered so far. You're right, Mohammed, and you're not alone. Unfortunately, many people struggle with write from dictation and repeat sentence. Again, I'll give you the simplest solution, but the problem is that it's always the simple things which are difficult in life. Sometimes it's not the difficult things that are difficult in life. Simplest solution, most effective solution is called bulk practice, which you also know, which I also know. What is bulk practice? It means that when you sit to practice repeat sentence, practice like, at least 100 questions in one go. It sounds a lot, but actually it's not a lot. And for repeat sentence, I would also recommend that put your recorder on. You can also use your phone recorder on your mobile phone or an app, recording app. Practice like 20 questions together, then stop, check the 20 answers. Just see the type of mistakes you're making. And also keep, listen to audio sentences of different speeds, of varying length. And best suggestion is that keep some disturbance on in the background, Put some TV on, keep something on in the background, keep some music on, so that your mind, acclimatizes to the condition of the test as well. Because even in the actual test, it's going to be not that easy. Under pressure, when the mind knows that it has to do something, it's difficult. So just practice like 20, 30 questions in one go, then take a break of 5 minutes, check all the answers, then again practice 30 more. And one more thing is that in 1 minute, the number of questions you should practice for repeat sentences is generally around 3. Because even in the actual exam, you'll get a time of, let's say, around 15 seconds per sentence, after which the new sentence will come on the screen immediately. So in 1 minute, you will see around 3 questions in the actual exam also. So better replicate it in the practice scenario also. One more thing is, even for write from dictation, you should do bulk practice. So practice at least 50 to 80 questions before you sleep. You need to do it religiously, because the good thing is you know where you lack. And you should work on where you lack. Obviously, those are very important or high weight tasks. So practice at least 50 to 60 questions of dictation before you sleep as well. There are many sources. Obviously, you can practice from PTE Tutorials, the app. You can also practice from the website PTE-Tutorials.com. Many are just like the real test exam questions, very lengthy, very fast. Again, I challenge anybody, if you get a full score in repeat sentence from our app, guaranteed you get a full score in the exam also. Because many questions are very, very lengthy questions, like 15 words, 17 words in repeat sentence. I'm not talking about dictation, I'm talking about repeat sentence. It's excellent, the brain gets used to it. But the brain gets used to something only when it does that same thing repeatedly, day in and day out. So obviously, if you do the same thing 10 times, 15 times, 20 times every day, you will be a champion in that task, obviously. There's no doubt about that. So just focus on bulk practice, record your answers. Even in dictation, just write them separately. One more thing is, try not to mix repeat sentence and write from dictation at the same time. Many people practice it at the same time, but I would recommend practice them separately, because in repeat sentence you have to speak, in write from dictation you have to write. If you are good at two things like speaking and writing, only then do it at the same time. Otherwise, I would recommend devote separate time for repeat sentence, devote time separately for write from dictation. Try not to mix them together. Hope that helped as well. Okay, now last few questions. Yes, even Ravinder Dhaliwal asked that can you suggest some tips for repeat sentence and summarize spoken text? So repeat sentence, as I said, just do a bit of bulk practice. Now summarize spoken text, fortunately or unfortunately, is a task which has a long piece of audio. It's not that short. Best thing is try to make sense of what the speaker is saying. And the best thing which you'll have to be good at is noting. So obviously you'll have to be really quick at noting, Ravinder, because mainly people struggle with noting. So try to note down as many points as possible. Don't think too much while you're taking notes, but obviously try to understand the context and try to retain the main information. And obviously it's a task of listening, which means your listening faculties you need to use. So the more you practice different types of audio from different sources, the better you get at this task. If you want to improve summarized spoken text, you could just go to YouTube, or you could just go to TED Talks, TED space TALKS. You could just YouTube the word TED, TED. So once you YouTube it, you'll see the main channel for TED Talks. It's a very good channel for practice. They've got a lot of videos, lot of audios of different topics, various combinations, scientific, academic, literature related, geography related, history related. It's a very good mix. Secondly, you could also practice from BBC English. It's another excellent app to improve listening and speaking and reading, everything combined, because the name itself speaks volumes about itself. BBC, you know what BBC is, even I know. So obviously if you practice from BBC English, that's one of the best apps to improve your listening skills specifically. So I think if you practice from these two, just listen, have the habit of listening more and more. There's a lot of material. You just YouTube PT, you get a lot of things on the net as well. So hope that helps as well. Hamid is asking that I missed the code, please share with us again. So Hamid, that's the code. It's 2018 PTE10. We'll be sharing it in the comment section as well. All right, and just let me see if there are any more comments. I'll just have a quick look. I think these are all the comments I can see at the moment, but later if I see any other comments, I'll make sure that I reply to each and every of those comments. And friends, also to let you know that we have our coaching classes in Melbourne CBD, where I'm the main tutor. We have our classes at Clayton as well, and we also have a new branch opened up in Thomastown as well. So if you have any migration related queries, you could come to our CBD office, you could go to a Clayton office, or you could go also to a Thomastown office. Those are the three offices we have in Melbourne itself. So definitely don't miss the opportunity. If you're looking for classes in Melbourne CBD and Clayton, there are two batches which are operational. The morning time is 10 to 12 and the evening time is 6 to 8. Monday to Friday we have classes every day. Saturday, Sunday we don't have classes, but on Saturdays we do run a special master class, which is a one-day class. So I'll show you from where you can access that as well. You could just go to a channel, which is a website, which is PTE-Tutorials.com. You need to go to coaching, and under coaching, if you see over here, the second last option is Clayton Masterclass. So the next masterclass, which is going to be held very soon by a very experienced faculty, Tanu, is in Clayton. You can see the date. It's 6th October 2018. Starts at 10 and goes on till 5 in the evening. Location is Clayton. So if you want to book it, you can just click register now. The fees is just $220 in one day from morning 10 to evening 5:30. Everything will be covered. Mind you, everything in PT you need to know. You can attend that class. It's like a refresher class. All the techniques will be shared. All the strategies will be shared. It's very effective. And many of our students at Clayton also get a band 8 and band 9 score easily. So don't miss that opportunity as well. And as I said, there are classes going on every day from 10 to 12 and 6 to 8. If you want, you can also attend one of our free trial classes. If you're in Melbourne, feel free to attend it. You don't need to pay anything. If you like the class, you join the coaching. If you don't like it, don't join. It's your choice, you're independent. So obviously, but still it's a good experience. If you have any difficulties, you can attend the trial class. You can ask as many questions as you'd like. So feel free to attend that class as well. Just lastly, I'll have a look if there are any more questions in the comments. Not really. I can't see more comments honestly right now, but if we'll try to answer all the questions, and we'll also put in the promo code over there. And friends, again, let me tell you, even if somebody tells you that PT is changing, don't believe that person. There are so many people out there just sitting there and spreading rumors. I don't know what they get by spreading rumors, but honestly, nothing has changed in PT. The questions keep on changing, obviously, but it's a test. The new questions will keep on adding, obviously, in a test. It isn't going to be the same throughout our lives, obviously. So expect new questions, except that the pattern is exactly the same. And if anybody asks you or tells you that PT has changed, just go to Pearson's website. They do have a score guide as well. If they make any change, they'll upload it first on the website. After that, somebody has the right to tell you that something has changed. So don't believe people. Even if I tell you PT has changed, don't believe me, ask me for the proof. If I show you the proof, then you believe me. Otherwise, don't believe me. Alright, so thank you very much. Have a good day. My name is Malcolm and hope to see you all soon with another live session. Thank you. All the best for PT. Thank you.